Sean, welcome back. Yes. You know, I wanted to go see that movie. I think it's Thunderbolts or Thundercats or something, but I don't know. You know, I'm in the twilight of my life. I just can't be wasting my time on something if it's not going to be good. So I just don't know. Still disappointed in the Transformers, you know, and I wasted time on them. Ruined my childhood with what they've done to the Transformers. All right, it is 8:59. We have 1 minute until it's 9 and I'll call the docket. Yeah. Mhm. All right, it is 9 o'clock. When I call the docket, please stand and let me know you're here. Otherwise, I'm going to assume you're not here and a warrant may be issued for your arrest. Mike Hernandez. Fidencio Gonzalez. Tyrell Benjamin. Jamarian Greer. Sean Pickleton. Daniel Perez. I'm sorry, what? Are you Sean? I'm sorry, are you Daniel Munoz? I'm sorry, what?
It's only for the people that are in jail, sir. Do not call your name if it's your family member.
Okay, all right.
All right. Jose Cervantes, custody. Robert Luis Alamon. Alamon. Robert Luis Alamon. Jacob Jesus Leal. Abel Hernandez, custody. Cynthia Deanna. Cynthia J. Deanna. Am I pronouncing that correctly?
Yes, you are, Judge.
Thank you. Jessica Alcozar, custody.
Have a seat.
Daniel Guerrero, Carlos White, Logan Denning, Leroy Bial, Jack Evans, custody. Luis Morales. Chase Anthony Lopez.
Here.
Thank you. Fernando Alvarado. Fernando Alvarado. Gabriel Gonzalez. Rebecca Davis. Adam Bazan. Irvin Ellison, custody. Valerie Compian, custody. Noah Cock, custody. Valerie Compian. Justina Saucedo. Sammy Salazar, custody. Mariano Rendon, the afternoon. Deshawana Robinson. David Gara. William Barnes, custody. Kevin Deloo. Kevin Kenneth Deloo. Travis Smith.
Judge, that's one that I need to speak to you about.
Okay. Keith Hunt. Thank you. Roberto Gonzalez. Roberto Gonzalez. Hank Maldonado, Joseph Harris, Jamal Fisher, Moses Martinez, Alexander Rangel. Nathan Martinez, Jonathan Allen, Juan Garza, Darwin Gomez is by Zoom. All right, Robert Luis Alamon. Cynthia Deanna.
Second row, ma'am. Everybody else,
Fernando Alvarado.
your family member has to sit somewhere else. Just defendants on the second row.
Kenneth Deluz. Kevin Keith Deluz, thank you. Roberto Gonzalez. Miss, you need to have a seat. All right, anyone who's present and your name was not called. All right, these are the rules of the court. Criminal trial division files are there. Family violence files are there. Defense attorneys just take a file, place it on their desk, have a seat. They'll call you in the order of appearance. If you have a client who's in custody, once you requested your client from the deputy, do not leave the courtroom. If your client wishes to speak to the court in a language other than English, you'll need to have an interpreter call down, whether you speak the language or not, let them know. Do not speak behind the court reporter when we're on the record. If you are seeking probation for your client, or if your client is on probation, you need to confer with the probation officer. All right, everyone, please confirm. Could I see Chase Lopez? Hello. Hi, thank you so much for dressing appropriately for court. Your client, your attorney is in court in a jury trial in county court at law number 14.
Okay.
She's asked to be reset, so you're gonna be, I'm sorry, June 10th. So you're gonna be reset for June 10th.
Yes, ma'am.
Once you sign the reset form, take a copy of that form to your attorney. She's in county court at law number 14. It's on the second floor.
Okay.
All right,
Where do I sign that at?
they're gonna give you a copy of it right here.
Okay, thank you.
All right, you're welcome.
Chase Lopez. Then I give you a paper to sign.
Last time we didn't come home. Was it show or something?
That one came over or not? Like he refused?
Last time.
I don't know. I'm just waiting for that.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. It went.
Somebody's not doing the job.
He was not my hair.
I don't know.
There's a reference driver and you were careful. He was right.
All this stuff.
It's a customer service here, it's not.
That's a good model to follow. Think outside the box.
Then can you show for everything else? It really helps out. Wait. Email from Carrie Lab.
Oh, I got them.
You guys can come up some.
Yeah, I got all three of them. There's,
Right there, there's.
one for you forwarding, oh, no, that was for you. Forwarding about the other.
I told you you could see him.
Well, we need to talk about the others. Okay, I saw that one, and then I have the one.
The door.
Yes, you can just. Front right.
Okay, like this, like, can you hear you? Okay. Okay. Oh, just internet?
Yeah, yeah.
All right, sure.
What's the last name? Oh, Ellison. Somebody saying Ellison.
Yeah.
Hello.
Already on a case. Logan, that's Vinny.
All right, could I see the file on that one, please? right, Deputy Laura,
Yes, Judge.
so is she still at the jail?
Yes, she's at the jail.
All right, have her appear by Zoom.
Yes.
So they said on Tuesday of next week, Tuesday to Friday.
Logan, who's here on Logan Denny?
What on was that? You can look back.
Oh, come forward. Who's the attorney on Logan Denny? Have you all conferred?
Yes. That's what.
All right.
That was.
Yeah.
Hello,
How are you?
I'm doing okay. How are you doing?
Thanks for letting her have more.
Yeah, all right. So counsel, where are we on this case?
Judge, I filed this morning. It hasn't been accepted yet, but I think it probably will. If it's not, I'll redo it, but there's motion there.
Okay. Norma, let them know that he's to have a competency evaluation, and I've signed the document. Logan Denny. So we're going to recall your case. And we're going to recall it for June. Norma, put this on June 16th. Yes. All right.
Want to put it under a status conference?
Yes. All right, counsel, is there anything else?
No, Judge?
Have you received the discovery from the state?
Yes, Judge.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
Do
Appreciate
you
it.
have any questions?
No, man, so I'm rescheduled for June.
Yes, for June 16th. Your attorney has filed a motion to have you evaluated for competency. All right. Thank you. Okay.
Yeah. Have a good day, Judge.
All right, thank you, you too.
There she is.
Second shift is here.
Oh, there you go.
Luis Morales. There's. David Guerra. Adam Bazan. I judge last night. Valerie Compian. Becca.
Teresa Frias? Yes.
Let me approach your honor.
Yes.
Off docket matter. Since I was here on some other cases this morning, I just wanted to see if the court could entertain my request. It's set for next week, on the 13th. The system seemingly spit out a date. However, I had a vacation letter on file. I'm gonna be out that time frame. I wanted to see if it could be reset to May 22nd. I have other matters in this court on that date, and I also need a little bit of time to review some new cases, so allegations that they allegedly picked up.
All right, and Is your client in custody?
Yes, Your Honor, she's in custody, and she was not set today, but I did inform her on our visit that I would be seeking to remove the date because I'll be unavailable.
All right, we'll reset it for May 22nd.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
Well, is it yours? Also. Wait, you know what, the right number, because he's still up there. Oh, okay. I'm gonna put it like that. Okay. Yeah, no problem.
Could I have that document that was just printed, please? And there should be another one coming.
Yeah, should we check because that's what happens at the event. I go up there. Bring on the text house.
Yeah.
It looks like
And then it was. What do I got to?
Harris?
Oh, that.
No. Yes.
So like Paris. It's like. What's about? It's really. I don't know.
I guess we just right.
I understand. It's a.
Oh, but well, sure.
That's what you want. So yeah, motion, we're gonna follow. We have Bexar yesterday, we're gonna start testimony on Monday. Valerie? No, she's on bond. Shelby Rodriguez is set for trial on Tuesday. Yeah, but I'm in the middle of trial right now. So I'll follow it continuance.
Okay.
I just ran out of time yesterday. Just one, two nights at once. So we gotta figure it out. Yeah, like. Yes, sir. Uh, 2025, COC 34.
Who's here on Erwin Ellison? Who's the attorney for Mr. Ellison? Come down. All right, counsel, have you received all discovery in this case?
Yes, Your
Who's the state on this?
Mr. Graham.
In this case, were you able to tender an offer?
Yes, Your Honor.
It is Erwin Ellison.
Yes.
All right, how old are you, sir?
31.
All right, Ms. Ferguson. Set this for June 16th. All right, be ready for trial. All right, thank you. Sign the acknowledgement of discovery before you leave, please.
We'll talk about it. June 6th.
Ellison.
All right, Keith Hunt. All right, thank you. All right, so here's my question. The criminal history that's listed in here, is this his criminal history?
Yes, Judge.
All right. All right, Mr. Hunt. I see that you filed a motion for early termination.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, I know that you've completed everything, but I look at everything in total, right? And part of my concerns are your prior criminal history, right? So I'm really not inclined to terminate you early. I know that the probation is recommending termination early. I know that you've completed everything. What I can do is I can allow you to report by mail.
By mail?
Yes. So they will give you cards and you just have to send them in. So you don't have to come in to do that.
Okay.
And then what I will do is with regards to UA, how often is he doing a UA?
Every month.
Every month?
Yes.
All right. Have there been any concerns with UAs?
Okay.
All right, then what I'll do is I'll change the UA to every 3 months. And then if you're doing well with that, then I'll consider changing it even farther out. But with your criminal history, I just don't feel comfortable with terminating you early. Okay?
Okay.
But and then with regards to the fees, I'll waive the fees.
Okay. I think I already paid all my fees.
No, I mean, but he has a supervisory fee that would still be accruing. So I'm gonna waive those.
Okay.
Okay,
All right.
but I hope you understand the reason why I don't feel comfortable doing an early termination.
I understand.
All right. And thank you for dressing appropriately for court. I really do appreciate that. And I want you to know that I believe that you have changed because you've completed this probation. I see the other history that you have were convictions. And so it doesn't appear that you were placed on probation for those, but on this probation, you did do everything that I've asked of you. So what I will do, because the state is opposed to your early termination as well, what I will do is you no longer have to report in person. And you can do the UA every 3 months instead of every month. And then I'll waive supervisory fees.
Those fees have already been paid in full, Judge, for the entire term.
Okay, all right, so you will have no more payments to make.
Okay.
Okay, and so it's just report by mail. Just remember to send the card in, okay?
Okay.
All right, any other
The
questions?
card, they're gonna send it to me and I send it back or?
Oh, yes, probation will explain that to you.
Okay. All right.
And let me ask you this, is it easier for him and for you all if he just turns it in or call in? What's the easiest thing?
Judge, it really depends on the unit, so it would go through his unit that he's in.
All right,
Have to go through the management.
do you have access to email?
Yes.
All right, because I want him to have proof of it in case something gets lost in the mail. I'll allow him to email once every 3 months.
Okay, Judge.
And that will count as your reporting, but you need to remember to email once every 3 months, 3 months, and don't destroy those emails.
Okay.
And Judge, there'll be other stipulations in regards to reporting by mail, but his community service, his officer will go through those with him as well as the manager.
All right. And if there's some issues of what they're asking you to do other than what I'm telling you, just come back to court and I'll take care of that.
All right.
All right. Any questions about anything else? All right. Thank you so much. And
Thank
thank
you.
you for completing everything. You're welcome.
They're all the same person. She's got 2 indicted today.
Really got to work.
I think, I don't know what the court, yeah, it's just the 90 days.
Yes. Yes. Mhm. Mhm. Oh, he can leave the state. And I'll add that.
Not on today's docket, Judge.
All right, thank you. Look at you all solving problems before they even appear. I like it.
Tell me if I cause the problems.
Thank you.
Are you here? Yeah. Okay.
Salazar.
All right, Daniel Guerrero.
Yes, ma'am.
Hello.
Was it?
All right, and state, were you able to tender an offer?
Yes, Your Honor.
Sir, how old are you?
I'm 47 years of age.
All right. All right, your plea deadline date is going to be May 27th. So at that time, you need to let the court Yes.
Your Honor, we've agreed to have a trial before the court, and Mr. Guerrero wants a trial as soon as possible. So,
All right. Do you want a jury trial or a bench trial?
but he wants a bench trial.
Oh, bench trial?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. So, and do you want the bench trial with me or do you want it with another judge?
Use fine, Your Honor.
Okay. All right. So I'm gonna tell you what I tell everybody else. If the state proves their case beyond a reasonable doubt, I'm going to find you guilty. If they don't prove their case beyond a reasonable doubt, I'm going to find you not guilty. All right. How long do y'all expect this to last?
It would only be about 2 witnesses or so, Judge, not that long.
All right. So if y'all will confer with the coordinator and find out when you all want it set, and then I'll set it for that day.
Okay, Judge.
Thank you,
All
Judge.
right. Thank you. Oh, and counsel, if you make sure, if I don't have it, the acknowledgement of discovery.
Oh, okay.
All right. And Mejia, on him, just a second. He needs to know when his next court date is.
Hey, Mike, have it here. The thing has that. Yeah, I think about Ross. Said it was gonna be. Make sure I see that.
I was so trying to.
Went to go get your guidance.
Jason, you want to-
That was Salazar.
Yep.
Check into the thing.
Happy here.
That's a good day. It's why it's late. Yes. Okay, the 28th, that's fine. Okay, the 28th. All right. Thank you.
All right. Thank you.
There's more to sense. Laws. Good. Probation.
Okay.
All right, everyone, we're recessing at noon. If your attorney has not appeared, you need to call them because otherwise you're gonna have to come back on Friday.
Sure.
You have to work it out or?
Okay. All right. We'll see. All right. Court is calling 2024 CR 009988 State versus Joshua Joseph Harris. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state? Defense,
Kelly Fiddle.
and are you Mr. Harris?
Sure.
Oh, I'm a ma'am. Or did you say yes, sir?
You said, yes, Your Honor.
Oh, okay, I didn't hear that part. That's okay. All right. Are you all ready to proceed on this motion to revoke?
No, Judge.
All right, why is this being withdrawn?
Because the only violation allegations are new number ones that the state would prefer to have indicted and pursue in that matter.
All right. All right, any objections to the court reading the court summary?
No. There's not much in there, Judge. He's on probation for 4 days.
Your Honor.
All right, do you live with your parents?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, I'm gonna alter and amend his conditions based upon my review of the court summary. Because it appears that probation has issues with you, you're contacting them, and sometimes you're answering your cell phone, sometimes you're not, then you're in the hospital shot and other things are going on. So I think your ability to move around freely needs to be curtailed a little bit.
ma'am.
So are you employed?
Yes, Your Honor.
What do you do?
Work at a wood shop.
At a wood shop?
Yeah, making cabinets.
Okay. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna alter and amend conditions to include partial GPS for employment only.
Court
Now
waive fees.
ask that the fees be waived.
Thank you.
All right, is
For
there
how
any-
long, Judge?
until further notice? All right, is there anything else?
No.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Counsel, if you'll give this to the probation officer.
I can show you. Done.
Cynthia, Deanna,
Just making sure. Sorry, are we still conferring on that? May we have a moment?
sure,
Thank you, Judge.
they're not ready. All right, who's on Valerie Compian? All right, where's your client?
It's in custody.
Come down, please. Right, where are we on discovery?
Your Honor, I believe I have the discovery in these two cases. I haven't reviewed all of it yet. I was appointed on a few of them and she had another attorney, so they combined it.
Okay.
So I'm appointed on all of her cases. As you can see, she's got a lot of pre-file cases as well.
Well, yes, she does.
Yes. And so I'm asking, this is the first time I've been in court on this case.
Okay.
So we're asking for a pretrial reset, so that I can make sure I have discovery in all of the cases before we move forward. And then in addition, the pretrial cases have reached past the 90-day mark. I think we're on day 94, at this point. And to my understanding, the case, although the pre-file cases, they have already been assigned to the 187th. So we're asking the court for PR bonds on those pre-file cases that remain unindicted past the 90-day mark.
State.
As far as the pre-file cases, assuming that what defense counsel said is correct, because I personally have not looked at those, and the state doesn't have much of like to stand on in terms of actions.
All right, so if you review those, and then the court will take that matter up today.
Okay.
So I'll hear it today.
Okay.
So if you'll give them a chance to look into that, and then I'll take that
Yes,
matter
ma'am.
up.
Thank you.
All right, you're welcome.
No, it's just a bond.
I'm so sorry. I forgot.
Oh, there we go.
Last one.
Mike Hernandez.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning.
Good morning, Judge.
Good morning. I'm doing great. Where's Mr. Hernandez?
I was coming up.
How's it going?
Not too bad.
Almost time for school to be out.
It is. Girls are excited.
Tell them don't get too excited because the closer you get to graduating, the closer you have real responsibilities.
That's true. The real world waits.
Oh, yeah. All right, so has all the discovery been completed in this case?
It is not, Judge. I talked to defense counsel out in the hallway. My understanding is there have been attempts to put things into Verific that for whatever reason have not reached him. So what we decided is he's gonna give me an external hard drive. That way I can just download everything for him and then just go around the issue, the technological issue that we're having.
All right. So when are you gonna have the external hard drive for him?
When
We'll
can
get
you
it
bring
this week,
Oh,
today,
okay.
tomorrow, but just the zip drive, right?
I would assume. I'll double check and make sure it's nothing voluminous that would eat up a lot of space, but I'll text you and let you know.
All right, I need a 30-day reset for discovery. All right, June 9th.
Very good.
All right, thank you. Thank you for dressing appropriately for court. Once you sign the reset form, you're excused.
Judge, I just need to know, is someone in the know, a very important question, were those crawfish things a real thing out there? You have some experience with those, right?
Yes.
That Louisiana?
All right, let me just tell you, I'm a firm believer that leaving seafood on your plate should be a felony, right?
It's wrong.
My one exception to that, you know, with crawfish, how people just take the head off and they say that's the best part.
Mhm.
I don't do crawfish.
There's a lot of work for a little, that's what I
Yeah, it
know.
is. So I don't do that.
All right. So did it qualify for the Louisiana standards?
Let me put us on mute.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's my honest opinion.
Mhm.
But I'm gonna give it another shot. All right, guys, have a good one.
See you next time, Judge.
It's already updated.
Who is here on Luis Morales?
He's walking up, Your Honor.
All right. Hello, thank you for dressing appropriately for court. We are batting 100 on people dressed appropriately for court. I love that. All right, so where are we on discovery?
We're still reviewing the discovery. There's a bunch of videos. Just need some time to continue reviewing that with my client. I've conferred with the state, let them know that I'm still reviewing it, and then after that, we can get an offer and then go from there.
All right, Ms. Ferguson, I need a discovery date. All right, it's gonna be June 9th. State, June 9th. You need to be prepared to tender an offer on Luis Morales. All right, once you sign the reset form, you're excused.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Go ahead, I'll wait for.
Right behind you. That's all. Give it to us. They haven't. Split out.
Kenneth Deleuze. Who's the attorney for Kenneth Deleuze? Oh, that's you. All right, on this case, where are we on discovery?
Your Honor, we're only set on the bond modification right now. The 19th, on that date, that's when the actual case was set. We were set earlier this week, but
Okay.
I had to reset it for an actual hearing on the bond.
All right, now I understand. Let's see. All right. He's asking to be allowed to work. Are you all in agreement or no?
Your Honor, I believe we did hear this and the court was just wanting proof of employment and
Yes.
defense counsel did provide that.
This was directly from the pretrial service officer as well.
Okay. Okay, all right, let me just explain. I'm a little bit confused by the document. Or maybe I'm interpreted incorrectly. All right, State, do you agree that the hours he works are from 9 a.m. to 8 p.m. Monday through Saturday?
I mean, I don't agree, Your Honor, because I don't know. My understanding was that was his personal business. Is that?
Is this your personal business? And what do you do?
Like think of Geek Squad.
I'm sorry, what?
Think Geek Squad. I'm a computer guy. I repair computers. So I have a PO box where I go pick up computers and I go to people's houses. And I knock out computers, whether it's businesses or computers, and not to mention that I work for another company that does ATMs. So I do rocket criminal, which is Bitcoin ATMs.
I'm sorry, you need to speak up.
I also fix ATMs. So you think like, I'm not sure if you know about Bitcoin, but Bitcoin ATMs, that's what that is as well. So I have a contract with a company that does Bitcoin ATMs where I have to move. That's the reason why I'm asking.
All right,
to
so
be
what I
able to
can
move.
tell you is, one, I didn't know this was your own business. This 9 a.m. to 8 p.m. doesn't work for the court. I'll allow you, well, I mean, this is what I'm telling you. I'm not doing 9 a.m. to 8 p.m. and 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. I'm not doing it because the hours that you're posting, these are hours that you say, I don't have any proof that this is actually occurring. All I have is your word saying, I'm going to a PO box to pick up computers. And I do this from 9 a.m. to 8 p.m.
But I also look at houses.
Well, again, this is from 9 a.m. to 8 p.m. I don't have any proof of that. All I have is you're saying it. And I'm not going to agree to a time from 9 a.m. to 8 p.m. That's more than 8 hours a day.
Your Honor, an alternative, my client would be able to limit his hours to a traditional 9 to 6, 9 to 9, or I guess it would be 8 to 6, just to give him that window of being able to travel.
I'm not doing, I'm telling you, if I allow him to do this, it's going to be normal business hours. It would be 9 to 5. And even when I'm doing it 9 to 5, he needs to have documentation that he actually went to a PO box. The time he is going to that PO box, he needs to provide it to them.
I don't know how. Just go to the field box, we're supposed to. This is the problem that happened with the GPS officer in the first place.
So here's the thing. This is what I'm telling you.
I'm not trying to be.
And no, I don't take it as being difficult. I understand that you want your hours to 9 to 8 p.m. The state is saying they don't want you to have it at all. I understand why the state is saying no, because you're on bond for continuous violence against family, violation of bond or protective order, assault and stalking. So here's the thing, whether it's true or not, I don't know. All I know is what your charges are. All I know is my job is to protect the community. All I know, at least one of them, all I know is your attorney is saying that you can't pay for this GPS because you're on full house arrest. So this is what I'm sorry.
I can't pay for anything right now. I'm about to be homeless.
Yeah.
This is why I need to work.
All right. I will tell you this.
I need to work Sundays too, and I need to, and if I'm
Well,
not.
that's not going to happen.
Your Honor, if we can ask that it be modified to the 9 to 5, my client will provide the necessary proof at this point. If that is the court's order, he will abide by the court's order. And I will make sure that he understands that that is the court's order at this. It is better than nothing at this point because he does need to get to work, Your Honor. He is going to be homeless soon if he cannot start making, money. He's made current arrangements with his landlord to allow him to stay there. But he is behind, I believe, a month or 2 months behind rent already.
I need to leave. He's already given me a termination on my lease, so I need to get out of there. So I gotta be able to generate something and. Maybe I was asking for just tracking only so that I can move around. and
No,
just do what I
tracking
need to
is
do.
not going to be allowed. That's not even a consideration.
Can I speak? I don't know.
You can speak, but I'm telling you.
No, I'm just gonna ask a question.
Sure.
I'm asking a question. So I was told the other day by the DA that. I'm gonna listen to you. I'm not gonna talk.
No, I'm listening. Go ahead.
I'm not gonna talk.
No. Here's the thing. I will tell you, I keep an open mind. The issue that I have with you is that the timeframes he's asking for, there's too much of an open window. And basically, if I allow him to do this, it is sort of like tracking because he's saying he's working from 9 a.m. to 8 p.m.
Yes, sir.
I don't know if he's going to a PO box or whatever. Somebody would have to ask the pretrial services to do that.
I need to generate money.
Your Honor, if we can, like I said before, we are willing, if the court is only allowing him to work from 9 to 5, my client will make the necessary arrangements for his business to be able to work within those hours that the court allows. We are asking that it be modified to allow that at least. He will just need to have to modify his hours at that point.
All right, so this is what I'm going to do, and I want you all to write this up and state, I know you're not in agreement with it, but I'm going to want this written up. So his hours that he's allowed to work are from 9 to 5. That includes going and coming. He is going to have to pick a specific time when he is going to be traveling to go to his PO box. And he needs to put down the location of the PO box. And in these hours from 9 to 5, Monday through Saturday, he needs to put in the order the time in that block of time that he is going to be traveling to his PO box. And if somebody calls him and they want a computer repaired, he needs to call pretrial services to let them know, I've received a phone call. This is the specific address that I'm going to either pick up a computer or repair a computer at this address. And he needs to tell them how long he's going to be at that address. Yes.
How about when pretrial don't answer because they never answer? I can't even speak to my pretrial officer. He
Send an
doesn't-
email.
Your
I
Honor,
have proof of all the emails I've sent to him.
Well,
Your
yes.
Honor, if I may,
Mhm.
if I may, I understand the court's order. I know he needs to give documentation. I know he needs to tell them that he's gonna go. But sometimes, as he is saying, there is time constraints of when,
Oh, just put it in an email. It's a paper trail.
of course, Your Honor, so he wouldn't need confirmation from them to say, yeah, you can go there. It would just need to provide documentation of proof. This is where I'm going.
This is what the court's order is. He needs to sit down with you. And for each Monday through Saturday, his time he's allowed out is from 9 to 5, and has to be work related only.
Of course.
So for example, on Monday, if he says, I'm going to go to my PO box at 10 a.m. and he needs to pick that date, not I'm going at 10 a.m., then I'm going at noon. No, just pick one block of time that he's going to his PO box. In the order, put, defendant is allowed to go to his PO box on Mondays at, if it hypothetically, it's 9 a.m.
Mhm.
At 9 a.m., the PO box is located at this physical address. He's only allowed to be there for no more than an hour to get whatever he needs from that PO box. Now, mind you, sometimes people are standing in line. It's something that the postmaster who's in charge of that location has to give it to you. That's fine if he goes beyond that point, but at least the GPS will show that he's at that location at his PO box.
Okay.
So he's only allowed to go to that PO box once a day, pick whatever time he wants to pick it. And then if he has somebody who calls him and says they need a computer repaired at their home, he needs to get that person's address, email or call GPS and said, I'm going to go repair this person's computer. This is the address.
Okay.
And when he goes to that address, when he gets ready to leave from that address, because the GPS should show I'm at 300 De La Rosa and I'm still here repairing a computer. When he gets ready to leave from repairing that computer, he needs to send them an email and said, I've completed repairing this computer, or I'm leaving this location, and then he goes back to his home.
Okay.
So if y'all can.
Can I stop and get something to eat?
No,
I can't
Just
stop
for
and get
work.
something to eat.
that's what Uber, don't they have Uber Eats or something else that happens? They
And
have
who can afford
delivery.
that when I can't work?
Mhm. All right, let me just tell you, here's the problem, and I want you to internalize what I'm saying.
I am.
No. I mean, seriously, internalize it. I do not take any of these charges against anybody as true. I don't take it as beyond a reasonable doubt because I haven't seen any evidence. But my job in this part of the process is to make sure that the community is protected. Part of your problem is you're charged with continuous violence against a family member. you're charged with violation of a bond or protective order. And when you have a violation of bond or protective order and it's in felony court, that means that there are extenuating circumstances against that. That means that somebody allegedly has told you before, this is a protected class of people, you're not to be around them, and allegedly you violated. Then I have assault stalking.
They
So-
violated. I
so-
didn't violate them.
Here, then we have this assault stalking thing. So
Yes, sir.
that person will be very concerned. And so do I consider the complainant? Yes. Because at the end of the day, the complainant, whether what they're saying is true or not true.
Sure.
They don't want to end up at some store and then all of a sudden they see you.
If I can give some context, just
Yes.
on my client's behalf, because I know he's wanted me to say it at this point.
Sure.
Is that the complainant has submitted two different, I believe, affidavits or statements to the DA's office where she has recanted her story, as well as the modification has been modified to a no harmful and injurious contact.
Mhm.
So I believe my client, I think what he's trying to get at is, when we were talking about tracking, or when we're talking about the GPS, I think his position or our position is that there wouldn't be I guess, harm to the community because the complainant is on board with him working and getting to.
Well, let me ask you this. Have you
Wait,
received
she's
all
right
this-
outside.
Have you received all discover? Do you want to talk to her? She's right outside.
Right outside. She's sitting right there.
The court knows sometimes the state has to step in to protect the community.
All right, so this is what we can do. We can set this for trial next week if you all want to trial. I'm here. You're here. The state's here. I can put it on
I
trial.
believe we're close to an agreement. We've been conferring on the matter
All
already.
right, well, I mean, if you all want, I'll call you back May 13th for a jury trial. You can either do a jury trial, bench trial.
I'm
Let
not
me
scared of
explain.
none of that. Nothing happened.
Now, what I am telling you is, and this is the problem, I don't know why you won't listen. That's part of your problem. You don't listen. Now,
don't even
what
know.
I'm telling you is, I will bring this back on May 13th. You can either have a bench trial or a jury trial. Will you be ready for jury trial on the 13th?
Your Honor, there is another,
There's another case, Your Honor, we are we're close to wrapping all of these cases up, in a global offer. We would just ask that the court give us some time.
on May 19th, Your Honor, when we're coming back, on that day, we will have the answer whether
Right,
this
but-
is going to be a plea or a trial.
But what's the other trial?
Thursday, right, Your Honor.
All right, so then I have that to work with. So this is what we're gonna do. We're bringing back this on May 13th. That'll be your jury trial date. The witness can come, not come, whatever is gonna happen. May 13th, jury trial.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, thanks. Ms. Ferguson, give them a date for jury trial, May 13th. Oh, it's gonna be a jury trial.
Yeah. Gabriel Gonzalez. We're gonna approach him, Sammy Salazar. Something, okay, thank you.
Remember, what page is Deloo on?
It's on page 9.
All right, thank you. Yes. All right. Jose Cervantes.
Present, Your Honor. What else is about this? Judge, we have a translator.
All right, awesome. How's it going?
Oh, it's going. Family violence case, yes.
Yes. All right, so Mr. Cervantes, where are we on discovery?
We're pretty good on discovery, Judge.
Fire in the courtroom.
We're continuing to confer, Judge, and we just need a trial setting at this rate.
All right, and has he spoken to the immigration attorney? Has that been
We have
complete?
not done that, and that's a good point.
All right, so if you'll get in touch with Ms. Coles-Davila about that, I
Yes.
think we already know with regards to these charges, it's deportation.
Yeah, I think Norma sent me that, all that information.
All right.
And they reached out to me, actually.
Yes.
Which
Oh,
was- That's right.
she's a private attorney, yes.
Yeah, she sent me an email last week.
All right.
So
So, Ms. Ferguson, I need a jury trial setting. How long do you expect this trial to last?
it's a 3-4 day trial.
All right, 3 days, Ms. Ferguson,
It's been,
family violence.
but of course, Judge, we're continuing to confer, so.
Okay. All right, June 3rd will be your jury trial date and plea deadline date.
Sounds good, Judge.
All right. You'll be brought over dressed in whatever attire you have at the jail. If you wish to be attired in something differently, you'll need to do a clothing exchange with your attorney. Mr. DeLeon, if there's an issue with the clothing exchange, just let the court know and we'll see if we can help expedite that.
Thank you, Judge. Appreciate
All
that.
right, thank you. Do you have any questions, sir?
No.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
Do you need me to sign something?
Yes, please.
Yeah, so June 3rd is when we're coming back.
Thank you very much, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
I'll be back in touch with you with a video call. Okay. Okay.
Just give me a second. Let me put this in.
Can I go back online for Cynthia and? Cynthia, I won't get in trouble this line.
Oh, yes.
Deanna. Yeah, she was already up there. Took a little pause.
Okay. Okay, where's the following fish? What? Have we already completed? All right. Norman, call Raphael Leal and tell him he needs to be back here now. All right, thank you. Alexander Ringel? Yes. Oh, you know what? Hold on to it. They're gonna bring Mr. Leal up. All right, who's the attorney? Hi. Are you all ready to proceed on the motion?
We are, Your Honor.
Court is calling 2021 CR 1312W State versus Alexander Ringel. Can I have parties announced?
Jason Gara, head of the state, Your Honor.
Jesse Sepulveda for Alexander Rangel.
And are you Alexander Ringel?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you review the document entitled Motion to Revoke Community Supervision with your attorney? And did you understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you the same Alexander Ringel who was placed on community supervision in 2021 CR 1312W for the offense of driving while intoxicated third or more on February 10th, 2021 for a term of 3 years? Is that you?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, state.
Yes, Your Honor. Violating condition number 2 on the second day of April 2023. In Bear County, Texas, the defendant Alexander Ringel did in there submit an invalid sample for drug testing, and the sample submitted was diluted in violation of condition number 2.
How do you please, is that true or not true?
True.
State,
Yes, Your Honor. We'll waive the remaining violating conditions.
any objections to the state's waivers?
No, Your Honor.
All right, did you understand by pleading true to violation of condition number 2, the court could find it true, grant the motion, sentence you up to 2 years in the prison and up to a $500 fine?
Yes.
Knowing that, do you still wish to plead true to violation of condition number 2?
Yes, ma'am.
Court will find violation of condition number 2 true. Is there a proposed agreement?
There is, Your Honor, it is to deny the motion. Continue the individual on his probation, but it's been expired, so the state would ask for it to be terminated unsatisfactorily because he has fulfilled some obligations since the last time he was in.
Oh. Probation?
Yes, Judge, we would ask to follow that recommendation, terminating him unsat. Judge, the last time he was in court was earlier this week, and there was instruction for him to pay off the remaining of his balance with probation. All of that has been paid. If there was an opportunity for Mr. Rangel to be continued on probation, he had already been accepted into the felony veterans treatment court. He was excited about it. Unfortunately, the case has been expired over a year. So we're asking that he is terminated unsat.
All right, could you do me a favor? Could you have someone from felony, from Veterans Treatment Court come down?
Sure.
All right, this is what I can tell you. I am inclined to follow the agreement, mainly because of your service to the country. But, and I do understand that sometimes when you're in the military, you see things happen, and that's why you turn to substances to help cope with that. But I'm going to have Veterans Treatment Court come down, because if I follow your agreement, I don't want him to be out there with no idea of where he can go and who he can see. And I want them to give him some contact information so it can be a smooth transition.
If I may add something, Judge,
Yes.
he has been going to AA and we have talked about maybe going to the Veterans Administration and getting treatment for the PTSD, because he served 7 years in the Army. I believe it was the Airborne, was it? Yes, it was 82nd Airborne. And he did do a tour in Afghanistan and he did see some terrible things. He does suffer from PTSD, but he's willing to do whatever the court.
All right, so before I make my ruling, which, as I said before, I'm inclined to follow the agreement.
Yes,
I just want someone from Veterans Treatment Court to come down to be able to talk to him. So if I follow the agreement, there's a smooth transition of where he can still get the help that he needs.
Thank you, Judge.
So once they come in and you speak to them, just come back up.
Will do.
All right, thank you. Cynthia, Deanna. So where are we on discovery?
Oh, I think we've got all the discovery, Your Honor.
All right, has an offer been tendered?
Yes, Your Honor, we are close to an agreement, I believe.
How old are you? 47. All right. Norma, put this down for a plea deadline date, May 29th.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, so on May 29th, you need to let the court know whether or not you've reached agreement. If you have not reached agreement, your next court date is going to be a trial setting. And thank you for dressing appropriately for court. Once you sign the reset form, you're excused, okay?
Yes.
All right, thank you.
Can I approach him?
Yes.
She only go up on Mondays. Is there any way to do it on a Monday?
No, Monday's a holiday. If you all have reached an agreement and she signed all the paperwork, she can appear by Zoom.
Is there any way to do it on June 2nd? June 2nd. So May 29th?
Norma,
Yes, ma'am.
on Deanna, put it on June 2nd instead.
Yes.
You're welcome. Number, what page is she on?
She's on page 3.
All right, thank you. Who's here on Jamarion Greer? Jack Evans? So where are we on discovery?
Your Honor, discovery looks to be complete. However, as a pretrial matter, I believe that the search of my clients was illegal and the evidence obtained should be suppressed, Judge. I have filed a motion to suppress evidence in this matter. We'll be requesting a date as soon as possible, preferably the court has availability within the next 2-3 weeks as my client is in custody.
All right, State, will you be ready for a motion to suppress on May 19th?
So
Judge,
Oh, you're out.
I'm gonna be out next week, but I'll be available thereafter after the 19th, Judge.
State, would you be, when are you leaving council? Or when are you out? What are your?
I'll be out the 12th through the 19th, Judge.
Oh, so the 12th through the 19th?
Well, actually, no, the 13th and 19th. I'm sorry about that.
13th through the
Yes,
19th?
yes, ma'am.
State, would you be ready for the motion to suppress on May 12th?
awesome.
All right, we'll put it for a motion. Norma, put this for a motion to suppress on May 12th. And if you all would like, you all can call witnesses, or if you just want me to read the police report and make a decision, I can read the police report and make a decision.
Your Honor, I believe that may be an avenue. In my belief, the report does not match the video, and the video seems to be able to have enough for the court to work with. So as defense counsel, with regard to this specific case, we have no objection to stipulating to the video and to the reports for the court to consider.
All right, State, just let me know if that's the route you would like to take.
I understand.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor. Thanks,
And Norma Page for him. Thank you. All right, Compian. All right. Court is calling 2025 PF 03974, 2025 PF 03973, 2025 PF 03972, 2025 PF 03971, 2025 PF 03970, 2025 PF 03969, State versus Valerie Compian. Could I have parties announce?
Matthew Allen for Miss Campion.
And are you Miss Compian?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, in each of these cause numbers, the defense has filed a motion for a PR bond. State, have you had a chance to review the motions?
I've not reviewed the motions. I've reviewed the cases, specifically the pre-filed cases.
All right.
As I understand it, that was what Alan thought reduction of bond for. Since
He's asking for a PR bond.
since the indicted cases are indicted, in 17.151 is inapplicable for those. And in addition, as far as I can tell, Ms. Compian did make bond on those cases, and bonds have not been revoked subsequent to arrears. But please correct me if I'm wrong.
All right, so here's my question. He's asking for a PR bond in those cost numbers that I've called out. Are you in agreement to the PR bond? Or are you citing another rule that says she's not entitled to a PR bond even though the cases have not been indicted?
she's not entitled to a PR bond because 17.151 gives the court.
I know, to reduce bond or a bond she can make or either a PR bond, but my question is, are you in agreement with the defense for her to have a PR bond?
No.
All right, so the answer to that is no. So do you want to present any evidence? Well, before you present your evidence, you are in agreement that she has not been indicted within the 90 days.
Correct.
All right, you want to present your evidence?
Yes, Judge. I would call Ms. Compian for the purpose of the bond reduction / PR bond.
All right, could you raise your right hand for me? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
All right, you can lower your hand, state your name for the record.
Valerie Compian.
All right, state, you may proceed.
Oh, if the defense, I called.
I'm
it.
sorry.
That's
defense,
okay. I
That's
just wanna make
okay.
sure.
I'm used to you being,
I
you know,
know.
I remember when you were on the other side, but go ahead.
Okay, so the Ms. Compian, you're the defendant in the cause numbers that were listed, right? Okay. Tell me about, when did you move to San Antonio?
When I was 7,
All right, how old are you now?
35.
And have you lived in San Antonio that entire time?
Yes.
What family and friends do you have in San Antonio?
My mom and my stepfather, I have a 15-year-old son. I have 6 sisters, 3 brothers, my dad, my stepmom, and my 2 little brothers on my dad's side.
Okay, so you have a very strong ties. And you would, if and when you bond out, you'd be living in San Antonio?
Yes.
Okay. You've been in continuous custody on those cases for 90+ days, is that right?
Yes, sir.
Obviously, you haven't been able to make any money during that time.
No, sir.
How much money do you personally have either saved up or able to get through assets, selling assets, financing assets? How much total do you have to be able to put towards all the bonds for not just these cases, but your indicted cases?
I have $2,000.
$2,000. Okay, and again, that includes all of any assets that you have a part of and things like that. Okay. You've spoken to your family since you've been in custody.
Yes.
And how much money, same question, through assets and everything combined, do they have to be able?
$1,000.
Okay, and so total you have $3,000. On your indicted cases, the bonds total about, I believe, 35,000. Is that right? Okay. Has your family contacted bond companies?
Multiple.
Okay, and they have not been able to bond you out on these cases?
Correct.
All right. If you were released, would you remain living in San Antonio? Would you follow every condition that the bond that the court put in front of you?
Yes, sir.
Do you believe that, and you said you have a child, do you believe that you'd be able to be employed once you got out?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Do you have a job waiting, or you think you'd be able to get a job?
Well, I had a job before, so I don't know if I still am employed, but being that I haven't been convicted of anything else, I believe they'll allow me to come back to it.
Okay, but even if you don't get that job, you believe you'd be able to stay
Yes.
employed? All right. Okay, I'll pass the witness.
Any questions? All right. This is what the court gonna do in each of those cause number. The court is setting the bond at $3,000. There's gonna be partial GPS for employment, waive GPS fees, and there should be no unsupervised contact with minors. And there's to be regular UAs. All right. Now, with regards to the other cases that have been indicted, counsel, where are you on discovery?
Judge, I believe I've received the discovery in those cases. I just have not had an opportunity to review all of it.
All right, Ms. Ferguson, recall this. I need a 30-day reset. All right, we're gonna come back on June 10th. State at that time, you'll need to be prepared to tender an offer.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Can I give you all that once I put everything in the system? Fernando Leal. Hi.
Hey,
All right, where are we on discovery?
Your Honor, I reviewed the discovery that the state currently has on file. I believe there to be missing items. There is no video of the traffic stop that led to the subsequent arrest and detention of my clients. So I requested specifically that from the DA's office, and I did send Mr. Edelman an email with that request as well. So we'll be requesting a discovery slash plea bargain deadline date, Judge, to resolve.
All right, Ms. Ferguson, if I can have a 30-day reset, please. All right, June 10th.
Thank you, Your Honor. May we excuse?
Yes.
Thank you.
Have a seat, sir.
It's
seat 5.
No, that's for discovery. That's mixed in with that.
Judge, I'm back in the courtroom that way.
All right. All right, who's here on Alexander Rangel? Is the veterans treatment people here?
Plates a call to them. She was waiting for a reply.
All right, so on Rangel, just give me one moment before you all come up. Ms. Abrams says she's waiting for a reply. All right, who's here on Sammy Salazar?
Michael Sawyer.
All right, who's here for Robert Alamon? And who's here on Justina Saucedo? Oh, come forward on Alamon. And you also have, I think, Darwin Gomez? Yes, I think so. He's been on the Zoom.
Okay, that's Mark.
Ah, okay.
Trying to
if
say
you
that
can-
we look alike?
Yeah, if you can give me that file, please. All right, court is calling 2024 CR 01280, State versus Robert Alamon. Can I have parties announced?
Andrew Garza, State.
Roberto Ambrosino for the defense.
Are you Mr. Alamon?
Yes, yes,
Counsel, have you received all discovery and did you review that with your client?
I have.
The court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery. Mr. Alamon, did you review the application for deferred adjudication with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it?
Yes, Judge.
Did you review the true bill of indictment with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, Judge.
Counsel, do you waive the reading of the indictment?
I do.
State, are you proceeding on the indictment as presented?
No, Judge, waiving count 1, proceeding on count 2.
No objection.
Mr. Alamon, did you review the court admonishments with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, Judge.
Did you understand in count 2, you're charged with unauthorized use of a vehicle that's a state jail felony? Range of punishment is anywhere from 180 days up to 2 years in the state jail facility and up to a $10,000 fine.
Yes, Judge.
If you have a plea bargain agreement with the state, the court does not have to follow your plea. If for any reason the court does not follow your plea and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you entered a plea will not be used against you and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. Did you understand?
Yes, Judge.
You have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call, and the right to remain silent. Did you understand by entering this plea, you were giving up those rights?
Yes, Judge.
And did you intend to give up those rights and enter into a plea in this case?
Yes, Judge.
Did you understand if the court were to grant your application for deferred adjudication, if for any reason your deferred adjudication were revoked, the court could find you guilty and sentence you up to 2 years in the state jail facility and up to $10,000 fine?
Yes, Judge.
Off the record for a moment. Norma, have Ross Rodriguez to come in, please.
Yes, ma'am.
We're back on the record. Counsel, has your client been able to provide you with any defenses?
Yes,
Do you believe he has a rational as well as a factual understanding of the charges against him?
I do.
Do you believe he's currently competent and was legally sane at the time of the offense?
I do.
Mr. Alamon, has anyone threatened you, coerced you, or placed you in fear to get you to enter this plea?
No, Judge.
Anyone promise you anything other than the plea?
No, Judge.
Are you satisfied with the way you've been represented?
Yes, Judge.
Are you a U.S. citizen?
Yes, Judge.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived his right to jury trial. Did you review the plea bargain page with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, Judge.
According to the plea, the state recommends deferred adjudication, and there's to be restitution of $765 to the complainant. Did you understand that to be the plea?
Yes, Judge.
Defense, is that the plea?
It is, Your Honor.
State, is that the plea?
Yes, Judge.
Did you review the waiver of appeal paragraph with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in both places?
Yes, Judge.
Did you understand by signing that you're waiving your right to appeal? The only items that can be appealed are written pretrial motions that have been filed, heard, and ruled upon by the court. Did you understand?
Yes, Judge.
Counsel, are there any such motions?
There have none.
Outside the agreement, the state is recommending that your community supervision be for a term of 2 years and there be no contact with the complainant. Did you understand that those were recommendations from the state and the court does not have to follow those recommendations?
Yes, Judge.
Then to the offense as charged in count 2, how do you plead?
No contest.
State any evidence.
State Office Exhibit 1 and attachment, sir.
No objection.
All right, state, you may be excused. Did you review the waiver and stipulations with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, Judge.
Again, did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state will call in the right to remain silent?
Yes, Judge.
Did you understand that today the state will be presenting evidence in the form of witnesses' statements and police reports, but most importantly, there'll be no live testimony? Did you understand?
Yes, Judge.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived and consented to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Court will accept into evidence states exhibits 1 and attachments and review the same. All right, after reviewing states exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty. Court will defer finding of guilt as you've applied for deferred adjudication. Are you proceeding with sentencing?
Yes, Your Honor.
Anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
Yes, Your Honor, my client is very young. He made an unfortunate decision, but I think he realizes the gravity of his mistakes. He'll do well going forward. He is working on obtaining his high school diploma. He did not finish. I don't believe he has any felony criminal history. I believe he has a couple months to do it. So I'd ask the court to follow through with that.
All right, how old are you?
I'm 20, man.
All right, why have you not graduated from high school?
I'm working on getting my my high school diploma. I'm doing a little program. I'm about to start in like a week or 2 when I get my ID.
No, I understand.
I dropped out.
Why?
Just a lot of family problems and stuff.
What type of problems?
Just my dad's been sick, his kidneys been failing and all that. Just a lot of, you know what I'm saying? I have to take care of
Sorry,
my
what?
baby sister. I have to take care of my baby sister, man. And my dad's like, he's sick right now in the hospital.
All right, so who else is there for your father?
I don't know. Nobody. Just us 3.
All right, where's your mom?
I don't know.
All right, has Child Protective Services ever been involved in your life?
Yeah, when I was younger, but my dad always got us in custody and everything. That took care of us.
All right, so do you have employment or no?
No, I'm not employment yet. I'm getting my ID in a week. Because
Right.
as soon as I was in county for about 4.5 months, and I was a trustee, and I was working, getting my GED and all that.
All right, and how old is your sister?
My sister, she's 15.
Right, and so is everything he's telling me true?
He was in county for a significant amount of time. I was able to get him out at the 90-day mark. And then I think he did not get out because he had a pre-existing warrant, misdemeanor case. So he was in county for.
And what's the misdemeanor case?
I wasn't on that case. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I got it dismissed.
What
And I
was
got
that?
1 time served. Assault bodily injury.
Against?
Who
Who was that against?
I forgot who my lawyer was. I don't know because they kept.
No. Who was the complainant in the assault case?
Oh, I don't know, man.
What are you saying?
Oh, it was just somebody downtown random.
discuss that.
I got it dismissed.
Oh, it was dismissed?
Yeah, I only got one charge time served.
And what was that?
I think if it's interfering with public duties.
Okay. All right, let's go off the record for a moment.
Mr. Alemon's comments, keeping in mind his life circumstances. If this was not something that he wanted, there was a time to consider that, because it was when he committed the offense.
Well, here's the problem about, that was the time for him to consider that when he committed the offense. This police report, now mind you, I'm saying that there's enough evidence in the police report to find that he committed the offense. But this police report raises a lot of questions for the court that nobody thought to investigate to have answer. Thank you, State. You may be excused. All right, this is what the court is going to do. The court is going to defer finding of guilt. The court will sentence you to 2 years deferred adjudication. There's to be regular reporting by Zoom or in person. Do you have employment?
No, not yet, ma'am. I'm waiting to get my ID. I have my ID from in a week.
All right,
As soon as I had got out, after I did my time, man, I had to set up an appointment. My appointment is on May 20th.
All right, there's to be proof of employment within 45 days, no employment as a home healthcare provider or with minors. There's going to be 100 hours of community service restitution. That will be waived if he obtains his GED. or if he completes some sort of trade school. There's to be restitution of $765 to Stephanie Regolato. And there's to be no contact with Stephanie Regolato. There's to be random UAs. Field visits 1 time per month until further notice. There's to be no contact with Jorge Holguin, Holguin. Assuming the co-defendant or the other person in this is Jorge Ovian.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see if the mother wants his case dismissed or not. All right. Probation, is there anything else?
Okay.
All right, did you review the document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it?
Yes.
Because this is plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waived your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Do you understand?
Yes.
In this court to be we can go off the record, in this court to be successful on probation, communication is key. And as a 20-year-old who does not have your high school diploma yet, you got a lot on your shoulders. You have your sister on your shoulders, you have your father on your shoulder. Here's the thing, you can't get involved with people like this anymore, because if something were to happen to you and something were to happen to your father, then your younger sister, she's just gonna get caught up in the system. You understand?
Yes, I appreciate it.
So if there's something you need, let probation know. If you feel they're not addressing it, you can always come back to court, okay?
Yes.
All right, good luck to you.
So thank you so much.
You're welcome. Thank you. Yes,
Just, Judge, I have an update on veterans treatment course. Mr. Herman is out on leave and Ms. Ruiz is in an orientation for the new veterans that are going to be in the court. And she did indicate though that she can provide Mr. Rangel with multiple resources and she is willing to meet with him. She is willing to meet with him face to face, also to provide any other resources. Just can't be today because she's in the orientation getting the other veterans in the court. I did speak with Mr. Rangel about that, and he said he's more than willing to set up a time to come and meet with her. And then he did indicate that he is still going to AA meetings daily, and he does have some other VA benefits that he's trying to take advantage of.
all right. So we're back on the record in 2021 CR 1312W, State versus Alexander Rangel. So Mr. Rangel, I found violation of condition number 2 true. I'm going to grant the termination. And you said he's completed everything, correct?
Did you see?
Did you complete everything, sir? Did you complete everything?
Yeah, it's on the platform. But see, I wasn't there. And I was there.
And Judge, he completed his GPS. Completed the DWI intervention, victim impact.
6911.
For
All
the
right.
ignition interlock.
So I'm going to terminate him. I'm going to terminate him satisfactorily.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay.
He's completed everything. He's served his country. We can go off the record. Here's the thing. You have all of these people who are still willing to work with you. Make sure you reach out to them. If you can't get in touch with them, if I'm here, you can still come back here and I'll make sure that they come down to speak with you, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Good luck to you, sir. Thank you for your service.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you. All right, could I see the following? Justina Salcedo?
Didn't these stop at 12, miss?
Are you Justina Salcedo?
Yes, ma'am, I am.
All right, so here's the thing. When you're told that you have a court setting, you need to come over to court.
Do these
Come over to court. What's happening is you're
I'm
gonna be,
sorry, ma'am, it's breaking up.
all right. You need to make sure that when you have a court date, you come over for court. If you
Yes,
don't,
ma'am.
if you don't agree to come over, you know what's gonna end up happening?
No, ma'am, I don't.
The deputies are gonna bring you over. And who do you think is gonna win that argument?
The deputies.
Yes. So you're gonna have a new court date and you need to come when you are on the docket. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, Ms. Ferguson, recall this for May 15th. You're gonna be back here on May 15th and you will be here in person freely and
Yes.
voluntarily, or either the deputies
Yes,
will.
ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you. I'm done, miss.
Oh. Let me see if I have it up here. I think I gave it back to you, although. I could also see the file on Darwin Gomez. You know what? It is there. Thank you.
There's no application.
All right. And you have Darwin Gomez? All right, Darren Gomez, if you'll show your video, please. And if you can unmute.
Yes, Your Honor. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Thank you for being patient and waiting for us,
Yes, Your Honor.
and also for addressing appropriately for court. Norma, what page is Gomez on? Found it. Yes. All right. When does his attorney want this? All right. So we're going to recall this back for. Just wait. All right, we're going to recall this back for June 12th. And you'll need to appear in person. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor. I'll be sure to do so.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor. You have a blessed day.
Oh, thank you. You too. Adam Bazan. Who's the attorney for Adam? All right, where are we on discovery?
Your Honor, we are, I believe this is the first setting post indictment. Defense is going to file a motion for discovery of a surveillance video. This occurred outside of a convenience store.
All right.
I have advised state.
All right, Ms. Ferguson, if I could have a 30-day reset on Adam Bazan for discovery.
Perfect.
All right, June 10th, once you sign the reset form, you are excused. Thank you for dressing appropriately for court.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Jacob Leal up there. Jacob Leal was like pretty far on the go. It's like.
No, I don't. The only people I have are Bazan, Greer, Salazar, and you all have just given me Vasquez. I'll check. Just give me a moment. Let me find Bazan. No, I don't have Fernando. Attorneys, if you're waiting for me to call your case and I have not called it, it's because I don't have your file. So once I have your file, I'll call you. Jacob Leal. Who's the attorney for Jacob Leal? All right, sir, just have a seat. Your attorney's not here. Who's here on Fernando Alvarado?
I am, Your Honor.
Yes, if you come forward.
Yes, Judge. Good morning, Judge.
Good morning. Hi. So where are we on discovery?
A discovery acknowledgement was signed and submitted to the court at our last setting, and then today we received an offer from the state.
Okay.
So if we can just get a 2-week reset, Judge, that'll give us enough time to talk to our client.
Okay. I can do the week of May 19th. I'm sorry, that's not 2 weeks. The week of May 26th.
That works, Judge.
All right, Ms. Ferguson, I need a jury trial date the week, I'm sorry, not a jury trial date, a plea deadline date the week of May 26th.
That works, Judge.
27th?
Yes.
All right, once you sign the reset form, you're excused. You need to make sure you're on time for court. Court starts at 9 a.m. You understand? All right, thank you for dressing appropriately for court. Once you sign the reset form, you are excused.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome. Jamarian Greer.
Present, Your Honor.
Salazar. I want to check with Competency.
Hello, Your
Hello.
Honor.
Hi, where are we on this case? We need to, do you have all discovery?
I am still reviewing discovery on this, Judge. Megan Galloway is prosecutor on this case and she's not available this morning. But regardless, I'm still reviewing discovery and there's a ton of it.
All right, Ms. Ferguson, can I have a 30-day reset? It's so that the defense can review the discovery on Jamarian Greer.
Yes, I can do it tonight.
June 9th, counsel.
So
All right, thank you for dressing appropriately for court. You always do though, but thank you.
Judge on Fernando Alvarado.
Mhm.
We moved it to May 22nd. the week before.
I need to see the file. All right, just give me a moment. What page is Greer on?
First page, Judge.
Ah, thank you. All right, Alvarado. Yes.
Judge, I'm sorry. It was for May 27th, the date you said. If we can just do it a few days before that on the 22nd.
Okay.
It's a Thursday. It's exactly 2 weeks from today.
Sure. All right, we can put it down for May 22nd.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome.
You know what? I'll get one.
All right, who is here on Sammy Salazar?
Hi, I'm Your Honor.
All right, where's your client?
He's my custody. May I check the court's file and see if they did this conference request that I had?
Sure.
I'll look it over briefly. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Who is here on Marisol Vasquez? Marisol Vasquez, is she on bond or in custody?
She's in custody, Judge, and I think
I have a sticky note. Could you all bring her out, please? Deputy Laura.
Yes, Judge.
I know you all have to go downstairs and that's a long trip. If you can let him know, if he can just inform them that the attorney has requested that her case be recalled for May 12th to Monday. Thank you. All right, thank you. All right, Jacob Leal. Who's his attorney?
Oh, that's Monica Guerrero.
All right, if you, they're gonna call the attorney to come back, okay? Just have a seat. Thank you.
That's my last.
All right. Yes. All right, where is his attorney? Just one second.
I move Mr. Perez Munoz. For please. One of the corners. I'm never guess.
Norma, call Raphael Leal. Tell him that the court. No, not if he can come. Tell him he needs to come back. Deshauna Robinson.
You know what, Judge, I think we need Mr. Edelman, because I don't think the one.
All right, so just when you're ready, just let me know.
May I approach on something else, Judge?
Let me do this motion to revoke and then I'll take you out.
Actually, I'll talk to you later.
All right. Court is calling 2023 CR 1867 State versus Juan Garza. Good morning. Are we all ready to proceed on the motion to revoke?
Yes, Your Honor, we have an agreed recommendation.
All right, can I have the parties announced for the record?
Rick Haney for the same effect.
Meredith Chacon for Mr. Garza, Your Honor.
And are you Mr. Juan Garza? Are you the same Garza who was placed on probation in 2023 CR 1867 for the offense of indecency with a child by contact for a period of 6 years on May 4th, 2023? Is that you? All right, state.
Yes, Your Honor, this morning we're here to place motion to enter adjudication of guilt without community supervision. Violation of condition number 15. On or about the 12th day of February 2025 in Bexar County, Texas. The defendant, Juan Lyric Garza, did therein there fail to comply with the instructions of the Bexar County Community Supervision and Corrections Department Sex Offender Program and Chapter 62, and that the defendant failed to provide the correct address in violation of condition number 15.
How do you plead to that? True or not true?
State will waive all other violations.
Any objection?
No, Your Honor.
All right, did you understand by pleading true to violation of condition number 15, the court could find it true, grant the motion, find you guilty? And I'm sorry, off the record, the motion is incorrect. It should be an attempted and
Yeah, I thought the motion said it, because that was what the plea was.
Yeah, attempt to.
so if there's no objection to changing the motion or correcting the motion.
No objection from the state.
All right, you're back on the record. Mr. Garza, you're actually on probation for attempted indecency with a child by sexual contact. Did you understand that? All right, any objection to the motion being corrected? State,
Nothing from the state.
defense?
No, Your Honor.
All right, so did you understand by pleading true to violation of 15, the court could find it true, grant the motion, find you guilty, sentence you to 10 years in the prison and up to $10,000 fine? Knowing that, do you still wish to plead true to violation of condition number 15? All right, is there a proposed agreement?
There is, Your Honor, that is for the defendant to serve 4 years in prison.
That is our agreement.
All right, are you asking the court to follow that agreement? Are you waiving your right to appeal? All right, the court will sentence you to 4 years in the prison, give you credit for any time served. There's to be no contact with minors. Chapter 62 registration. Was there any restitution determined to be paid?
I don't believe so, Judge, but I was not on the original case.
Okay, probation? All right, because part of the plea bargain agreement, it said that he was to pay restitution towards any medical and mental health treatment for the complainant. All right. Is there anything else from either side with regards to sentencing?
State, Your Honor.
No, Your Honor.
All right, did you review the document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it? Because this is plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement and because you waived your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Because this is a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what a weapon or ammunition is, you'll need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand? All right, good luck to you.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you. All right, who's here on Terrell Benjamin? Hello.
How you doing today?
Doing okay. How are you doing?
Good. I'm
And thank you for dressing appropriately for court, but again, you're one of the people who always do. All right. So where are we on this case?
Judge, we are close to coming to a resolution. The state's gonna talk to the complainant. And we might be able to come up with a plea that's good for everyone.
All right, so when do y'all want this recalled?
I'm back here on June 9th, Judge. That could be a good date.
All right, I'll put it down for June 9th. All right, once you sign the reset form, you are excused.
Thank you so much.
All right, thank you.
So see, I'll look at this.
All right, Norma Benjamin is June 9th for disposition.
Judge, on another matter.
Yes.
Leroy Smith was a bond reduction. I was here on Tuesday. Didn't make it to the docket today. If I bring you the file. And Mr. Smith they didn't bring it from
He didn't make the docket, so they didn't bring him
Oh.
from jail.
Well, if you want to, are you available to come back this afternoon and they can have him by Zoom?
Can I be available by Zoom?
Sure.
Okay.
All right. We'll take you up, we can take you up immediately at 1. I'm sorry, at 1:30.
We
All
can do
right,
that.
if you'll talk to them about it.
Judge.
All right, David Gara, is he in custody? All right, Mr. Gara, if you'll come up, please. Hello, sir.
I'm good.
How are you doing?
Big bless.
All right, so Mr. Gara. In court, you're not allowed to wear the sleeveless top. Oh, no, here's the thing, unless people know, you don't know until you know, right? And so it is fine for you to wear a t-shirt. If that's all you have, I'm fine with that. But just make sure it has sleeves, okay? And it doesn't even have to be long sleeves. It can just be sleeves here. But that's not allowed. No, that's okay. But that's not allowed and shorts are not allowed in court either. So I would always tell my clients, if you want to wear jeans, you can wear jeans. Just make sure they're not the ripped jeans,
Yes.
or if you have
Khakis are all right.
khakis, yeah, khakis are fine. Okay, so this is what's going on. Your attorney actually has a doctor's appointment, so that's why he's not here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna recall you, and the court reporter is gonna give you a reset form.
Sure.
And let me see. Norma, if you can put him for June 16th. Sure.
You cannot talk about this because,
That'll be your attorney.
oh, okay.
Okay, so she's gonna give you a reset form for June 16th and make sure that you're on time that day, okay?
Now change.
All right, okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Once she gives you a reset form, you're excused.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I'll wait back over there.
Oh, yes, and she'll make sure you get.
Oh.
Flowers.
Oh.
Your mom's birthday.
Oh, it was great.
I haven't seen you since then.
No, she really enjoyed it, but my mom always tells us, this is the best birthday ever, or either she'll say, this is the best Christmas ever. So she really enjoyed it. Anytime she can have her children with her, she's happy.
And your niece was there?
Oh, yes, she is so awesome. So let me see.
Can she learn to DJ with her DJ kit?
Oh, let me just tell you. She is a nice handful,
Everybody in Barnes.
and I'm so glad that she's able to play by herself.
Her
She's
siblings are
very-
older, right? She has siblings
She's
with
3, and she's very,
But she has siblings that are older.
yes, much older, adult older,
Yeah.
but, oh my gosh. So of course, they're not driving with her, but she likes to sit in the front seat. So my brother has to run the motor while she just sits there.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing.
I told him, I said, it looks like she's a therapist.
Right.
But she loves wearing glasses, so they don't have any lenses to them, but she likes wearing them.
Cute.
And then, that's me and her.
So cute.
But yeah,
Good.
she's a hoot.
Really cute. That's a fun age.
Whenever she comes over, she will walk over, say hi. And then she'll hand you the remote and she'll say, baby Finn, which means.
Oh, yeah, baby Finn, yeah.
Yeah,
I know.
you've heard of
I have
that,
a
right?
3-year-old daughter too, yeah.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, she likes baby Finn.
Those have to be the wealthiest parents I know of. Both of them are at home. I still don't know what the father does. He does something on his computer. The mom teaches yoga. And then they have all the, so many craft ideas, but
Yeah.
she loves that.
YouTubers, I think that is the way to go.
Mhm. But time passes by so quickly, doesn't it? I still remember when she's,
No, I know.
go back to teeny tiny baby, but.
My husband and I were out of town for his work for a couple of days. And I was just like looking at old photos of my kids when we were gone, like when they were babies. My son, he's 5, like when he was a baby, it's like.
Yeah, pretty soon they're gonna be so all adults, right?
I know.
And asking for the car and saying, bye, we're looking for the car. So that will be interesting.
Every stage is fun, has challenges.
I have it. Okay. All right, thank you. There's that. Sammy Salazar. Norma, has someone from the MAC come over? All right, are you all ready to proceed on the motion to revoke?
We already wrong.
All right, can I have a motion to revoke stamp, please? Court is calling 2023 CR 10634 State versus Sammy Salazar. Could I have parties announced for the record? State?
Yes, Your Honor, maybe have a moment to confer with the defense.
So there are.
Sure.
Where's the pro stamp?
Who's here on Fidencio Gonzalez? Hello. All right, so where are we on discovery?
Just, we got the discovery obtained today, and I don't know the corporate members, but it was an issue accessing the discovery.
Yes.
And then there wasn't a big enough storage device provided. I didn't give a big enough one. I gave them a very large one and they gave it to me. Yes, but we've got the discovery now.
All right, State, were you able to tender an offer or no?
No, I'm going through because obviously discovery and he was a part of the murder, but it's associated with the murder that happened that night, where he is actually a named victim on that case.
All right, Ms. Ferguson, can I have a 45-day reset? And State, in 45 days, would you be able to tender an offer potentially?
Yeah, oh, yes.
Okay.
It's a little bit, there's a lot of material.
Okay.
June 23rd.
All right, June 23rd. All right, once you sign the reset form, you are excused. Thank you for dressing appropriately for court.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Megan.
All right, who's the person who needs the interpreter? What's the defendant's name?
It's Megan, if you just smile, Daniel, that is Munoz.
All right, I don't have that file.
It's a big paperwork. She needs to get sworn in and everything.
All right.
And
Are
Judge,
y'all ready?
Yep, I'm Ms. Robinson.
All right, Ms. Robinson, if you come forward. All right, so we're here on discovery. So where are we on the discovery?
Judge, as far as the discovery, there were a couple things that I had asked the state for, but I have actually provided the state with some additional information and I guess evidence today, and they are going to reach out to their complainant. So discovery wise, I had asked the last time I was here for a value of the items, and I think that not sure if the state was able to get those, but I don't know if that's going to necessarily be that relevant once the state communicates with their complainant.
Okay,
Is that correct, Mr. Edelman?
That's correct.
all right, so do you have the value of the items or not? All right,
Because the complainant was not, when I contacted the complainant, she was not in a position to be able to evaluate the items at that time. She has to call her several weeks subsequent to that conversation.
all right, so when are you gonna get in touch with her and she'll have the value of the items for the defense?
Should be able to contact her again in the next week.
All right, Ms. Ferguson, call this in 30 days, state you'll need to have turned over to the defense the value of the items, and you'll need to be prepared to tender an offer.
Yes.
Good night, counsel.
That's perfect, Judge.
All right. And are you employed?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Are you available to appear in person on June 9th?
I'll make it available.
Okay, all right. If not, she can appear by Zoom.
Okay, thank you, Judge.
All right, so we'll be back on June 9th. Once you sign the reset form, you're excused. Thank you for dressing appropriately for court.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome.
That was so, it's not.
No, that's a plea deadline date. What page is she on, Norma?
I just lost it. On page 8.
Thank you. All right, who's here on William Barnes? All right, where's Mr. Barnes? Come down. All right, State, have you read the defense's motion?
In that regard, Judge, the defendant has told me to withdraw the motion and instead ask for a jury trial date as soon as possible.
All right, let's go on the record. Court is calling 2025 CR 001822 State versus William Barnes. Could I have parties announced?
Attorney for the state of Texas.
Alfonso Otero, and we have Mr. Barnes.
And are you Mr. Barnes?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, your counsel has informed the court that you're asking that the motion for bond, you're asking that that be withdrawn?
Yes.
All right. And counsel, you discussed that with your client
Yes, Judge.
and you are asking that the motion be withdrawn as well?
Yes, Judge.
All right, and you're requesting a jury trial?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, so here's the thing. We can go off the record. You can do a jury trial or a bench trial. If you do a bench trial, that means that I'll make a decision on whether you're guilty or not guilty. If the state proves their case beyond a reasonable doubt, I'm going to find you guilty. If they don't prove their case, I'm going to find you not guilty. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
So do you want a jury trial or a bench trial?
Jury trial.
All right, Ms. Ferguson, if you all will discuss with her a jury trial date and then let me know what that date is and I'll set it.
Okay, thank you.
Great, thank you. I just have a seat, sir.
How about, what's?
All right, Mr. Barnes, your jury trial will be June 3rd.
Maybe excuse Judge.
Yes. Counsel, if there's an issue with the clothing exchange, just let the court know.
Yes.
Yes, this, let me put this in the system, of course. Okay. Let me just put this in on the docket sheet. Yes, Councilman.
Off docket matter, Mr. Garahan, motion to set bond, $5,000.
All right, if you take this, because your client is not here, correct?
No.
If you take this to Judge Nahara, he'll take care of it. And you may want to see if Judge Nahara can take care of your other case where your client wasn't brought over, if there's an agreement.
Yeah, we'll see what we can do.
Yes.
Okay, thank you, Judge.
You're welcome. Gabriel Gonzalez,
We're ready.
court is calling 2025 CR 0031445, State versus Gabriel Gonzalez. There are no applications, probation. If I can have parties announce.
Jason Garrett here for the state, Your Honor.
Joseph Dateson standing in for Monica Guerrero. And Mr. Gonzalez, will you give this court permission for me to do this in place of Ms. Guerrero? Speak louder.
Yes, Your Honor.
Counsel, you received all discovery?
Yes,
Did you review it with your client?
we have, Your Honor.
Court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery. Mr. Gonzalez, did you review the true bill of indictment with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, Your Honor.
Counsel, do you waive the reading of the indictment?
Yes, Your Honor.
State, are you proceeding on the indictment as presented?
No, Your Honor, we're proceeding with count 2 alone, waiving count 1 and the enhancement paragraph.
No objection.
Mr. Gonzalez, did you review the document entitled Court Admonishments with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, Your Honor.
In count 2, you're charged with possession of a controlled substance. Penalty group 1, 4 to 200 grams, second-degree felony. The range of punishment is anywhere from 2 to 20 years in prison. If you have a plea bargain agreement with the state, the court does not have to follow your plea. If for any reason the court does not follow your plea and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you entered a plea will not be used against you and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. Did you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call and the right to remain silent?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand by entering this plea bargain agreement, you were giving up those rights?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you intend to give up those rights and enter into a plea in this case? Counsel, has your client been able to provide you with any defenses?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you believe he has a rational as well as a factual understanding of the charges against him?
Yes.
Do you believe he's currently competent and was legally sane at the time of the offense?
Yes, Judge.
Mr. Gonzalez, has anyone threatened you, coerced you, or placed you in fear to get you to enter this plea?
No.
Anyone promised you anything other than the plea? Are you satisfied with the way you've been represented? Are you a U.S. citizen?
Yes, Your Honor.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived his right to jury trial. Did you review the plea bargain page with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, Your Honor.
According to the plea, punishment is to be assessed on count 2 of 4 years, and there are no applications. Did you understand that to be the plea?
Yes.
Defense, is that the plea?
Yes, Your Honor.
State, is that the plea? Did you review the waiver of appeal paragraph with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in both places? Did you understand by signing that you're waiving your right to appeal? The only items that can be appealed are written pretrial motions that have been filed, heard, and ruled upon by the court. Did you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Counsel, have there been any such motions?
None.
Then to the offense and count two, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest? State any evidence?
Yes, Your Honor, State Exhibit one involved.
No objection.
All right, state, you may be excused. Did you review the document entitled Wavering Consent to Stipulation of Testimony and Stipulations with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in all the appropriate places? Again, did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call, and the right to remain silent? Did you understand that today the state will be presenting evidence in the form of witnesses' statements and police reports? But most importantly, there'll be no live testimony. Did you understand? Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived and consented to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Court will accept into evidence states exhibits 1 and attachments. The court has reviewed the same. The court will find there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty, and the court will find you guilty. Are you proceeding with sentencing?
Yes, Your Honor, we waive PSI.
Anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
Your Honor, we ask that you follow the agreement. He cooperated with law enforcement. He pulled over timely. He consented and answered the officer's questions. He's asking for his back time credit, willing to do his time.
All right, the court will find you guilty, sentence you to 4 years in the prison, give you credit for any time served, and I'll request the therapeutic community. Did you review the document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal with your attorney? Did you understand it and did you sign it?
Sure.
Because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waive your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Because this is a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what a weapon or ammunition is, you'll need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand? All right, we can go off the record. How old are you?
41.
All right, you're getting close to the twilight of your life. You're gonna have to make some changes. Otherwise, you're gonna be in and out of prison. You understand?
Yes, sure.
All right, good luck to you, okay? All right, can I see the file on Sammy Salazar? All right, Sammy Salazar. Court is calling 2023 CR 10634, State versus Sammy Salazar. Can I have parties announced?
Ashley Jones for the state.
Michael J. Sawyer for the defendant.
And are you Mr. Salazar?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you review the document entitled Motion to Revoke Community Supervision with your attorney? Did you understand it? It's not kind of. Do you, let me ask you this. I'll do it this way. Can you raise your right hand for me, please? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yep.
All right, Lord, you can lower your hand. State your name for the record.
Sammy Sullivan.
Do you understand that you're on probation?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you understand you're on probation for violation of sex offender registration annual?
Yes.
Do you understand that this is the court that placed you on probation?
Yep.
Do you understand that you're on probation for 4 years?
Yes, ma'am.
And do you understand that you were placed on probation for on November 30th, 2023?
Yes, I do remember.
All right. State.
Yes, Your Honor, we are proceeding on violation of condition number 45 on or about the 6th day of November 2024 in Bexar County, Texas. The defendant, Sammy Salazar, did then and there fail to comply with the rules, regulations, or instructions of the Bexar County Community Supervision and Corrections Department Substance Abuse Treatment Facility as ordered by the court, and that the defendant refused transport to state ISF in violation of condition number 45.
How do you plead to that? True or not true? All right, did you understand by pleading true to violation of condition number 45, the court could find it true, grant the motion, and sentence you up to 4 years in the prison?
Yes, ma'am.
Knowing that, do you still wish to plead true?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, the court will find violation of condition number 45 true. Is there agreement?
Yes, Your Honor, that agreement would be to sentence the defendant to the Texas Department of Corrections for a period of 3 years. Condition of revoke.
All right, what has he done on probation?
It looks like he did the top evaluation. Reading is correctly, it's police.
completed his top evaluation. There was 73 days that he completed in ISF. Other than that, Judge, that's all.
All right, the court is going to grant the motion. The court is going to revoke. The court will sentence you to 4 years in the prison, give you credit for any time served, and there's to be chapter 62 registration. Y'all didn't sign court certification.
Okay, Judge. My client is also requesting get credit for all the good time he's been in jail.
Yes, he'll receive credit for
And I
that.
believe he's been in jail almost continuously from the time he went on probation.
Oh.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. Did you review the trial court certification of defendant's rights to appeal with your attorney? Did you understand it? All right, do you have a limited right to appeal? That right to appeal is as it relates to the allegations in the motion, not the fact that you were on community supervision. Good luck to you.
Thank you, Judge.
counsel. Who is here on Jacob Leal? So where are we on the judgments?
Judgments.
I have a note here that there was missing discovery judgments or something.
I don't believe we were given prior judgments. We were waiting for discovery for possible video surveillance.
No, this is clearly, unless somebody wrote down something incorrectly, it says missing discovery judgments. Because there's a theft of property. And so I don't know what judgments would be missing.
I'm not certain, but Your Honor, on the unauthorized use of the vehicle, we've spoken to the vehicle owner. He's here in the gallery. We're going to get information, provide that to the states. I believe all 3 cases are pre-file status, and we're still waiting for some videos.
Okay. All right. So when do you all want this recalled back?
Well, ideally speaking, it would be great if the cases were not indicted. So if they could not be indicted and we don't come back.
Okay.
If we do have to come back, we're hoping that it could be sent to the grand jury. We provide the state evidence, so maybe we don't have to, but if we do 30 days from now, would be sufficient.
All right, I need a 30-day reset. All right, we will see you back on June 10th. Thank you for dressing appropriately for court. Why does this have on here, Norma, that there is a judgment?
Hi, Judge. How are you this morning?
I'm doing fine. So where are we on?
We have received discovery. Andrew and I have spoken about this case and we're considering him for the mental health PPD program, which my client wants to participate in, and Andrew is considering. We'd like to come back in 2 weeks on May 22nd to maybe hopefully finalize that.
for some resolution.
All right, we will see you back on May 22nd. Do you have any questions, sir? All right, we'll bring you back on May 22nd.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you.
Have a seat, sir.
All right, is Mr. Fisher able to be brought out?
He's right here, Judge. He was the first one out here.
All right, Mr. Fisher, if you'll come down. Hi, Mr. Fisher.
Hi.
Hi, let me ask you, have you had any contact with your attorney?
No, ma'am, I didn't even know I had an attorney today. And I have to tell you, I read the paperwork. I did not know that saying no to DDRF was, I didn't know there was a good term. So my.
All right, so here's the thing.
Sorry.
Do the attorney that you have never seen, do you want the court to appoint you a different attorney?
That would be wise.
No. If you want me to do that, I will do that. All right, I'm gonna get you another attorney. Just have a seat.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. All right, unless somebody's ready, we're gonna take our break and y'all will be coming back on Friday. Oh, you're doing the paperwork? All right, I'll take your plea. Yes. Okay. If you all can come back at 1:30, I'll take you all up at 1:30. Well, but you need to have them pull the file.
I think they did.
No, I don't have a file. Okay. Oh, Justina Salcedo, this has already been taken care of. She's been reset. Yes.
I'll be in federal court on the 15th for sentencing, then on the 16th, I'll be in Carolina.
All right, so on the 15th, how long is your sentencing?
Well, it's at 1:30, Judge, but I leave at 8 to get there to confer with the
All right,
client.
you want to appear by Zoom?
Sure.
Oh, you're gonna appear by Zoom. All right, thanks. Sure. Your client did not want to appear, but
I know, Judge, and she was cleared on the.
oh, she's been told to appear, so
Okay.
she says she'll be here next time.
All right, Judge.
All right, thanks. All right, thank you. Oh.
On current events, if they have a pope.
Oh, yeah, I was just.
I'm like waiting for
Who
them to
is-
come out. I know.
Will it be?
Are those the last two cases you're taking up before may family violence be excused?
Yes.
Thank you, Judge.
All right, the party's on Daniel Munoz. Court is calling 2024 CR 012. I'm sorry. And probation, this is an application for deferred. Hello. Court is calling 2024 CR 012237 State versus Daniel Munoz. Could I have parties announce?
Andrew Harris, state.
Megan Enriquez for Daniel Perez Munoz.
And are you Mr. Munoz?
Yes.
All right, so here's the thing. We're either gonna use the interpreter or we're not gonna use the interpreter. So do you want to use the interpreter?
Yes.
Yes, I want to use.
All right, so yes is not Spanish. I know a little Spanish and I know yes is not the word in Spanish. Am I right? Okay. All right, we have an interpreter here. If you can raise your right hand, please. Do you solemnly swear and affirm you will faithfully translate from English into Spanish and Spanish into English, so help you God?
Your Honor.
All right, you can lower your hand, state your name for the record.
My name is Catalina Delgado, DELGADO, license number 2222.
All right, defense, all of the documents are in English. Were these documents explained to your client in Spanish?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Munoz, all of these documents are in English. Were they explained to you in Spanish?
Yes.
And counsel, do you speak Spanish fluently?
I do, Your Honor.
Counsel, have you received all discovery? Did you review it with your client?
Yes, Your Honor.
Court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery. Mr. Munoz, did you review the application for deferred adjudication with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Sí.
And did you sign it?
Sí.
Yes.
Did you review the true bill of indictment with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes.
Counsel, do you waive the reading of the indictment?
We do, Your Honor.
State, are you proceeding on the indictment as presented?
Yes, sir.
Did you review the court admonishments with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in all the appropriate places?
Sí.
Yes.
Did you understand you're charged with assault on a security officer? That's a third-degree felony. Range of punishment is anywhere from 2 to 10 years in prison and up to $10,000 fine. Did you understand?
T.
Yes.
If you have a plea bargain agreement with the state, the court does not have to follow your plea. If for any reason the court does not follow your plea and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you entered a plea will not be used against you and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. Did you understand?
T.
Yes.
You have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call in the right to remain silent. By entering this plea, you were giving up those rights. Did you understand that and intend to give up your rights and enter into a plea in this case?
T.
Yes.
Did you understand if the court were to grant your application for deferred adjudication, if for any reason your deferred adjudication were revoked, the court could find you guilty and sentence you up to 10 years in prison and up to $10,000 fine? Did you understand?
T.
Yes.
Counsel, has your client been able to provide you with any defenses?
He has, Your Honor.
Do you believe he has a rational as well as a factual understanding of the charges against him?
I believe he does, but I would state for the record that I did have him evaluated for both competency and also for sanity at the time of the offense. He was evaluated by Dr. John Delatory and the doctor concluded in both instances that he was competent to stand trial and that he was not insane at the time of the offense. I have read the doctor's reports, reviewed them with my client, and ultimately did agree after the evaluations that he is competent to stand trial and was legally sane at the time of the offense.
All right. Mr. Munoz, has anyone threatened you, coerced you, or placed you in fear to get you to enter this plea?
No.
No.
Has anyone promised you anything other than the plea?
No.
Are you satisfied with the way you've been represented?
T.
Yes.
Are you a U.S. citizen?
No.
I would like to speak to that as well
Yes.
and put some things onto the record. I did consult with an immigration attorney from the Managed Assigned Counsel office. He did interview my client. He did write a Padilla letter. My client is a legal permanent resident. He has a United States citizen wife, United States citizen children, a United States citizen father, although he was not born here in the United States. I'm going to read I'd like to read some of the Padilla letter into the record, and I've advised my client that the immigration attorney said that he was actually already deportable prior to this offense. He says that he may be eligible for the defense of a cancellation of removal. Also that the conviction of the currently charged offense should not make him lose eligibility for cancellation if he is eligible, because it is not an aggravated felony. So based on that advice regarding possible immigration consequences, he on his own has decided that he does want to move forward with this plea for deferred adjudication. But I've also advised him that immigration laws are fluid and changing, and that really any type of criminal offense could result in his deportation, exclusion from entry into the country, and denial of naturalization or denial of renewal of his residency. But I also gave him the advice that's stated in the Padilla letter that's specific to his situation.
All right. So have you had ample opportunity to discuss your immigration status with an immigration attorney? Yes. All right. And do you understand the consequences of entering into a plea agreement in this case and the impact that will have on your immigration status?
Yes.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived his right to jury trial. Did you review the plea bargain page with your attorney? Did you understand it?
T.
According to the plea punishment, the state is recommending deferred adjudication. Did you understand that to be the plea?
T.
Yes.
Defense is at the plea?
Yes, Your Honor.
State is at the plea.
Yes, sir.
Did you review the waiver of appeal paragraph with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes.
Did you understand by signing that you're waiving your right to appeal? The only items that can be appealed are written pretrial motions that have been filed, heard, and ruled upon by the court. Did you understand?
T.
Yes.
Excuse me. Council, have there been any such motions?
God bless you.
Thank
No,
you.
Your Honor.
And outside the agreement, the state is recommending that your deferred adjudication be for a term of 4 years. There be no contact with the Haven for Hope or with the complainant and an application for felony drug court. What I can tell parties is that I received an email from felony drug court and they are now at capacity. So I will have him interviewed for felony drug court, but he may be on a waiting list or may they not accept him because of capacity issues.
And Your Honor, the reason that I recommend an application for felony drug court is that he may not be able to get in for reasons that are beyond his control.
Okay.
Will he still be released or does he have to wait in custody for that process?
Well, I'll do the felony drug court evaluation. They'll do it in custody. Since today is Thursday, they'll have it done by next week.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Did you understand?
I just want to tell him really quickly, did you understand that you'll have to wait in custody while the evaluation is done to see if you're accepted into the program?
Yes.
And she's saying she believes that the program is at capacity, so if that's the case, then that will not be part of your probation condition. And at that point, he would be released. If he won't have to wait in custody on a waiting list, will he?
No.
Okay.
All right. Did you understand those are recommendations from the state and the court does not have to follow those recommendations? Then to the
Yes.
office is charged. How do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
No contest.
State any evidence?
It offers to the
No objection.
All right, state you may be excused. Did you review the waiver and consent with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes.
Again, did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call, and the right to remain silent?
Yes.
Did you understand that today the state will be presenting evidence in the form of witnesses' statements and police reports, but most importantly, there'll be no live testimony? Did you understand? Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived and consented to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Court will accept into evidence states exhibits 1 and attachments, and the court will review the same. After reviewing states exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty. The court will defer finding of guilt as you've applied for deferred adjudication. Are you proceeding with sentencing?
Yes, Your Honor.
Anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
I mean, he's been very respectful to me throughout this whole entire process. He's been patient with the process, with the various evaluations that we had to have done to do a thorough defense of his case. His family has been very patient. They're here in the courtroom, and I do think that he does have a good support system to be successful on this probation. They've been patiently waiting for him to come home, and thankfully we're almost there, it sounds like. And I think that hopefully the court can provide him with the tools to be sober, to be on his psychiatric medications and move past this.
Okay. All right. Have you ever been employed?
Yes.
Doing what?
I built several houses.
All right. And do you have any children?
4 girls.
And do you see them?
Yes.
All right. This is what the court is going to do. Well, let me ask you this. If he's released, is he going to be living with his parents or somewhere else?
Would you live with your parents or with your wife?
With my wife, I think.
All right. Court is going to sentence you to 4 years deferred adjudication, regular reporting by Zoom or in person, regular random UAs. There's to be no illegal reentry into the United States, TAP evaluation out of custody, felony drug court evaluation in custody, MIC evaluation out of custody, follow all recommendations of the TAP evaluation, field visits 1 time per month for 6 months, proof of employment within 30 days of release, no employment as a home healthcare provider or with minors, 200 hours of community service restitution. Once parenting classes are completed, the court will deem those hours satisfied. There's to be no contact with the complainant. Or Haven for Hope. And with regards to the community service hours, 200 hours of community service restitution, there'll be 100 hours deducted for parenting and another 100 hours deducted for an anger management class.
Okay.
All right. Probation, is there anything else he needs? Is there anything else you need from the court in order to be successful? All right, did you review the document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal with your attorney? Did you understand it and did you sign it?
Yes.
Because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waive your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Do you understand? All right, good luck to you. We can go off the record. In this court, to be successful on probation, communication is key. If you have an issue, let probation know about